I'm Kieran Powell, and we're here at the heart of Boston at eTail East. We're going to be exploring the show and speaking to some of the top solution providers in retail and learning about what's keeping retailers up at night and what the next generation of retail technology is all about. We might even have a little fun along the way. Lindsay, as a retailer, what's kind of keeping you up at night?
I think the major things that are keeping me up at night is just making sure that we're giving the customer the best journey possible and making sure that they're getting the information that they need at the end of the day to make the right purchase decision.
And making the customer feel special is a huge part of that. Like that journey that is really tailored to who they are as a person. That's what our customers ultimately want to do. For example, we work with Target. That's awesome. Home Depot, Spotify. It really is about making the customer journey feel special, I think.
80% of people that buy from you online want to spend more if you give them the right product, the right recommendation at the right time, because the right time matters. It's not always the second they add something to the cart, you want to recommend something. Sometimes it might be during checkout, it might be after checkout, but 80% of customers want to spend more.
The fact that you have to grab the attention and you use that intent to convert them in channel, these are the moments of success. When I get somebody to be interested in my brand, how do I get them to purchase more of my product, right? Because that's the point where I can increase the basket size, the AOV. But what happens in discovery today? You get the email, you get the recommendations, you click on that recommendation, you are now back in the product page. Yeah. So you're no longer even looking at the curated mix that was sent to you. Okay. But what if I told you now you're within the email shop? In that email shop, you were able to search for your product, you were able to add things to cart, remove things from cart, look at the product recommendations, and based on your click behavior, you're getting newer recommendations, and that becomes your AOV driver for success. Now our basket size increases. Now you hit go checkout. Now you actually have a much bigger AOV on first purchase. And now imagine the same experience post-purchase, right? You had a delightful experience as a shopper. You want more. And now you're again given those set of recommendations, but guess what? You're clicking and going back to the website. Again, that redirect just killed your sale. But if you were back in the email shop, you're getting a lot more of that kind of played out for success. And it's not just about, by the way, the product that you're showing. How much of the product do you actually know? That's what actually makes it even more compelling. And we've gone even further into try and deep dive into what's the shopper looking at? Are they looking at jacket, which is ID'd as Q123? That's not enough. We had to go and look at it as, hey, there's a jacket. You are now pairing it up with a white t-shirt and some pants and some shoes. Why did you make that decision? Right? So now we can even look at the image of the thing you are looking at, extract those attributes that you may have looked and said, hey, you know what? I may want to look at this stuff further. And that brings in even more relevance on the recommendations that we serve. And it's more likely that you will buy into that product versus not.
We have seen a lot of vendors talking about conversion, but it's normally bringing customers to a site.
Right.
This is the first time I've heard about an email shop. So super looking forward to seeing what Netcore is going to be doing in the future. And thank you very much for speaking with us today. Tell me, what is the biggest trends that you're seeing that are going wrong with retailers' websites right now?
So what we're seeing today is, first of all, the majority of the reasons that people are abandoning, over 65% are abandoning because of usability issues on the website, not tech. Super important. So usability could be payment failures, usability could be coupon failures, usability could be login failures, out of stock. These are issues that your website is correct. The person put in the wrong coupon number, but what most companies aren't aware of is how much people are getting a bad coupon or coupon rejection, a goal failure, and then they're abandoning the website. And that's really easy, low-hanging fruit.
That's super interesting. I had actually never thought of user error as being a big, everyone's talking about conversion, everyone's talking about, all the ways that you can get more people to the site. So what do you see coming down the line? What's going to be the big kind of trends in the future?
I mean, I think that most businesses we're seeing today are, unfortunately, they're reducing their manpower inside as far as identifying, resolving issues. So they're really looking for solutions that are going to automate, they're going to alert in real time. Happy, that we're doing that ahead of time. And I think also businesses are looking for ways to save money. They have, working hard on driving the right traffic into their website. And in that online process, there's basically people, opportunities dripping out, and how can they stop that drip and make sure that more people are making it all the way through the conversion funnel.
There's a lot of trends that we've been hearing at this show and across kind of the industry around composable commerce, headless commerce, microservices, kind of choosing best of breed folks who are looking to on-ramp into the mock-based approaches without having to take it on all at once. So we excel as a SaaS e-commerce platform that can scale as you grow.
Earlier, you told me a little bit about your work with T-Mobile. Can you tell us, what were they trying to accomplish and what worked and, the success you've had with them?
We created a concept called T-Mobile Tuesdays. Most people have heard of it, where we make offers on Tuesdays to the members, and the members love this. They're looking forward to Tuesdays, whether they use a partner program to give away a free Domino's pizza or spin a wheel to win something else, a prize. But no matter what it is, what we're trying to do is engage with their customers on a regular basis. And think of it like a cruise line. You might take a cruise tomorrow, but how does Celebrity Cruises engage with you for the next year or two until it's time for you to take another cruise? It's that constant engagement, that little bit of fun in between the time frame. That's not just an email saying, remember us, remember us, remember us. And so that's what we do. We have these fun ways to engage consumers in between, and we work together with marketing teams and our teams to come up with strategies.
Tell me a little bit about generative AI and how's it being used now in retail and how's it going to be used in the future?
Yeah, great questions. I think that the two primary applications that you're already seeing in use, one, text-based, two, image-based. So when you think about what is it that a retailer does that's based on text, product feeds, product descriptions, testing email subject lines, testing different copy. So from a marketing and operations standpoint, you can use it to refine text you've written. For example, I could take the entire product feed and say, please rewrite this to appeal to an 18 to 25-year-old audience. Rewrite it again to appeal to a 50 to 60-year-old audience. And a large language model like ChatGPT can effectively go out and do that work. And that's a piece of work that you never would have even considered doing because it's a Herculean task for a human, but relatively easy for a large language model. That's a good example on the text side. On the image side, I was just speaking with a creative director for an e-commerce company last night, and he gave me some incredible examples that what he's doing is using image generation tools to do his storyboarding for him. He still needs designers to do a lot of the fit and finish. He still needs to have someone who can really apply an aesthetic eye to what's going on, but he's accelerating his work and he's raising the value of what he does as a human and what his team does by leveraging AI to do the easier to do sorts of things on the image generation side.
There's a lot of AI companies that we now partner with, and there's been a lot actually in the CMS space where they're combining the content solutions with AI to make the marketing team's job a lot easier. So from my side, I manage a lot of our headless CMSs, and I think every single one of them is now having discussions with AI and making sure that it's incorporated into the actual equation for these merchants.
So we're just dipping our toe into the AI process. We are learning a lot along the way, but still a lot more to go. We're trying to get that right assortment for that customer to serve up when they actually come to our website or we send those emails. So it's an ongoing process.
I've heard so much about AI throughout this conference. I think a ton of people are using AI for in-store experiences to try to see how out-of-stock clothes would look on them. And one of the best parts of Share ID is you get to supplement all of the data with identity data, like student data, etc. So you can put a custom campus logo on their shirt or something like that if you know that about them. So there's so much possibilities now that we have all of this data about our customers.
Has there been anything that you found that retailers want AI to do, but it just can't do it?
Well, a great example, the biggest roadblock I've seen is people want to snap their fingers and have it do everything, because marketers in general, they're overtaxed and they're under-resourced. And every marketer will say that. And what this creative director was pointing out, he was like, as much as I try to prompt Midjourney the right way, I just can't get a usable image. I've still got to go in and do a significant amount of photoshopping or working with Adobe's Creative Suite. So they're not end-to-end complete replacement tools, and I'm not sure they ever would be. But I think that there is a wish that there could be a little more complete or accurate in what they provide in some use cases, especially on the image generation side. Now, literally, we're in the first inning of a baseball game here. So I really wouldn't judge too much based on what you're seeing now. Things can change quite quickly in the coming decade.
Innovate is, as humans, I find fascinating. We innovate in incremental steps. So nobody wanted a car. People wanted a faster horse. And that's how we think as humans. And so when you think about online shopping, it's like we had retail stores and then the internet came around and we thought, how do we shove this model into this new medium that we have? I think if we fast forward out 5 years, it's going to be a lot more connected to the experiences. And we're starting to see that a bit, but I think it's just going to be even more so connected to like where someone's inspired. They'll just be able to buy right there. So at least I hope that's where it goes, because that's the experience I like.